Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Guitar of the Day. I'm your host, Michael Lemmo, and today it is Telly Tuesday.
Woo!
Yeah, so I'm back at Norm's. Feels great.
Woo!
Yes, I had an amazing time. First of all, I stopped back outside of Philadelphia to see my family. Also was in Atlantic City. So much history there, and I got to walk around. It was great to see like places like White House Subs, where the Beatles were. They had the picture behind the counter, and just great to see my folks. And then I went to Toronto, and then we drove to Quebec to play a festival. We got to open for the War on Drugs and Lana Del Rey, and it's probably about like 30,000 people out there.
So cool.
It was pretty wild, and such a great time, and it felt good to be on stage. And I appreciate on my Instagram, I got a lot of really cool comments. You can see clips of me playing there, and I really appreciate the support, because it definitely feels right being up there. And I know a lot of people were like, yeah, great to see you doing your thing. So I really appreciate that. And hopefully more,
Yes.
so we'll see. Yeah, we got a really cool guitar today. It feels good to be back. It's hot.
It's
Last
hot
time I left,
in
it
LA.
wasn't hot like this. But it is now.
And Norm left you something to play.
Yeah,
I see.
Norm got some nasty guitars.
Yeah.
He calls me up. He's like, look, man, it's go time. Starting with this one. It's a 1954 Fender Esquire.
Wow.
And this is unbelievable, I gotta say. One of the easiest playing vintage guitars in general I play. Because sometimes it can be a little tough. Because whether it needs a refret or it just wasn't meant to bend that certain way that a lot of modern players do now. But this thing plays like it's ready to go. You have that single pickup. You have a dark circuit. Position 2 is kind of more like a little bit more neck sounding. And then this is just wide open. That's your stinger. You have one volume, one tone knob to work with there, and it's a refret, but a really, really good job on the refret. I love the size of the neck. Fingerboard radius is 7 1/4, but yeah, just a really easy guitar to bend and has a really chunky sound. It's about 7.4 pounds, so not too heavy either. And look at those headstocks back then. So sleek, and you can always tell that it's just a different time. They're not doing that as like that anymore, but really, really beautiful guitar. But I can't say enough about how easy this one plays too. And like I said, you got a little mark on the black guard. Black guards, obviously everybody looks for them, and here's one right here. But look at that back.
Wow.
Pretty clean. But you can tell by the tin of that maple that this is just the neck you want. And let me tell you something, this guitar does not disappoint. Reissue case, but still, this thing is proper, like a thermometer case. Oh, there's cases actually behind Jen as well.
Oh my gosh.
That weren't there before, I guess. So, but at least she's still on 2 feet.
Yes.
We're gonna take this up front, see what we can do. It's great to be back, and let's make some music.
Let's go.
Let's do
Woo!
All right, we're up front with the 1954 Fender Esquire, beautiful guitar and a great playing guitar. We're also going through the Fender Super Reverb, starting off with the dark circuit. Let's see what we get. Let's go to second position, see what we get. wide open to third position. From 1954, it's a Fender Esquire. You can check them all out at normansureguitars.com. Also on Instagram and Facebook. I'm your host, Michael Lemmo. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
That was awesome.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.